Hey, it's Brenda and Catherine here with the Silkie Sisterhood. We're here for another episode. And in this episode, we're going to talk about Silkie care tips and tricks.
A lot of people don't. I get a lot of people who don't know what they're doing.
The basics, just
Yeah.
some of the basics.
Yeah.
It's
Like, oh, one goes, oh, this little chickie, she's got really long wings, long wing feathers. Does that mean it's a boy? I'm like, nope.
I've never heard of that. I think
You
some
know what
people try to sex their chicks
know
by
what
the
it
wings,
is?
and you can't with that.
It was a frizzle.
Bless heart.
Poor baby. That's okay. That's what we're here for.
Yes,
That's what we're here for.
But we all know silkies can be so sensitive. They do not want to be with other breeds of poultry.
And they get picked on.
They do, and it's just not a good mix. So we wouldn't recommend that. That's a tip number one.
Yeah.
Keep them with other silkies. That's how they're going to thrive. And they also love to be around other silkies. One is just a lonely one. I've noticed if you have to have a couple, and then a couple turns into 10, 20.
Math, hello.
Yes, yes. But you want to make sure your birds are healthy.
Mhm.
They're healthy and they're cared for.
Yes.
So these are just a few of what we've seen in the past.
You get chicks, you're like, oh, I see, chicks at the farm store, or we see chicks online, or you're like, all right, let's get some. Okay. Now what?
Oh, there's a lot of work before you get that chick to the house.
So it's like, okay, well, you gotta have heat, you gotta have, food, you gotta have water, you gotta have, all the basics.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they get older, you have to have a coop. You have to have a place to keep them outside because you can't keep them in your house or your garage. Or
you can.
I mean,
I guess you can have a house chicken. Some people do.
I want a house chicken.
Yes, I just want to say that. And sometimes we do. When we hatch, we keep the new hatchlings in the house for the first 3 days just to make sure everyone's doing good, and the kids will grab them and they'll put them in their shirt and carry them around the house, and my husband gets so frustrated about that, but I love that.
Yeah,
I love their little chirping sounds. It's just so peaceful.
Unless you're driving in a car
and then you just turn the music up
and they're like cheep, 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 and I'm like, these guys are driving me crazy and I'm used to them. They was hungry and thirsty. So I should have pulled over and gave them water.
I get that way when I'm hungry and thirsty.
Too. I get hangry.
And loud. Give us some food.
I was like, here.
Speaking of food,
yes,
treats. We all love to give treats to our animals. We love treats. I love treats. So are they allowed to have treats?
Yeah.
It's recommended that they only have treats for 10% of their diet, and that treats are only fed at the end of the day. That way they go ahead and eat the good food first and then the treats later.
Usually treats are not very nutritional.
No.
Like mealworms.
There's some protein
in it. But I heard that if they're, like freezer dried or whatever it is, like they're not live, that when they do that process, that it kind of depletes a lot of that nutritional value out of it. So
that makes sense.
Yes, it does make sense. But so I think I should start a mealworm farm.
I've had a follower talk about that. Yes, big business. Those things are expensive.
They're expensive, and you can use them for your birds because they would much rather have live mealworms than the crusty old dried out ones. And then go fishing. Go fishing with the other one,
Exactly.
or feed them to your bearded dragon.
People do that too.
Anyway, so go ahead.
So, what treats not to feed your birds? Citrus.
Mhm.
Birds do not need citrus.
Because it blocks the calcium absorption.
And that's very important,
Yes.
especially for laying hens. You don't want those eggless eggs.
I wonder if that has, I wonder if I shouldn't be eating oranges and stuff. I need calcium. I wonder if that's on us too, or is that just chicken?
That would be a Google question. Or a question for your doctor.
Chat GPT. I've named her. Her name is Sarah.
I would not trust Chat GPT as far as I could throw Chat GPT. You don't know how many people I have every single day that come into my office and they were like, well, Chat GPT told me this law is this. And I'm like, no, Chat GPT is wrong. And they're wanting to hire people to train those legal chat bots to practice law. And they don't. You want to go to an attorney to practice law. It's like, don't get your legal information or your medical information from Chat GPT.
No, we wouldn't want to do that. But she's awful handy for
to bounce ideas off of.
To bounce ideas like breeding pairs. Hey, what's this with this? What will that make? Or just nothing in stone. Don't be dissing on.
Oh, I would
Chat,
never diss.
Chat. Don't be
bestie.
Don't be dissing my Sarah. That's what I call her.
I have some competition now. Hey, I'm being replaced by Sarah.
She's a very good secretary though, because she does take really good notes.
I thought Ron was your secretary.
Well, he can't. Follows me around. No shirt on. a little notepad.
Helping you out there.
Okay. Anyway.
So treats that they can have, good treats, pumpkin,
Ooh,
watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you were talking, pumpkin has some very nutritional value.
Yep. It can also help them clean them out.
With worms.
Yeah. It doesn't treat worms, but it helps that digesting. No chocolate. I know how much you want to share your chocolate bar with your Silkie, but don't do it.
Don't do it.
Leave it all for me. I'll take it.
And especially the ones that contain THC, the chocolate THC. Do not give those to your birds.
Or your dog.
Or your dog.
Or your husband.
Or to anyone.
Or your husband, because
although that could be a funny thing.
He will see a monkey with the Pope hat on in the ditch
before he falls out.
He's like, did you see that? I'm like, what? There's a gray monkey in the ditch with a Pope hat on. I'm like, a Pope.
Of all things to see. Ron, what is going on?
I don't do anything I don't mess with that stuff because I'm already dumb.
Oh, you're not. No, you're not.
It makes me dumber.
But save that for the breeder.
Save that for your friends.
Yes,
your
not
husband,
the bird. Not the bird.
Berries.
Berries. Yes, only fresh berries.
Fresh berries.
Because if you let berries sit for a little bit, they may ferment. And if you give fermented berries to your birds, they may get a little intoxicated.
I would like to see that.
It's pretty funny.
To see that.
Not saying that it happened or anything.
Yeah, no, accidentally, of course. I would never give my bird alcohol.
No.
But, we could give the birds alcohol and then give Ryan the chocolate.
That would be a viral video.
We could sit around and just laugh.
We could get the whole world laughing at that.
So, yes, no alcohol, no alcohol, no matter how much you want. No,
No, don't share. You're sitting there having some chicken therapy with a glass of wine, watching your birds. Don't share your wine.
no potatoes.
Oh, it was the raw stuff. Oh, onions, potatoes, because it
Yes.
contains solanin. Solanin.
Solanin.
It contains some
And then
weird
berries.
words, which can be toxic to birds. Oh, it affects the gastrointestinal tract,
Is that
causing
like
diarrhea.
Oh,
Cooking the potato does not eliminate it.
Well,
So no potatoes, no onions. It also contains a toxin. No rhubarb, which I don't see a lot of people with rhubarb. Avocado. Don't feed them avocado. They don't want that healthy fat.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know somebody who okay, so we all have them, the ones that are standing in the corner because they can't fight for their food, and she'll take them and she'll put them on a special diet, and
Mhm.
it includes avocado.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Maybe avocado oil, maybe
probably oil.
oil, because avocado oil is high in fat, so you want to fatten up your bird,
Mm-hmm.
like you're fattening up a turkey.
Get them nice and thick. We like
Yes.
the thick ones.
But it's hard to get them once you see that,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to get them fattened up.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had luck with that?
No.
No.
Mm-mm. I tried.
I do too.
You have to really separate them and keep them
Yes.
all by themselves. I just don't have the room for that. I put that kicking chicken
Mhm.
type healthy coat on there to try to fatten them up, and then give them scrambled eggs with the shell crushed in. If it's a female, I don't put the eggshells in if it's a male, because they really don't need that extra calcium.
Mhm.
And then I give special vitamins in their water and tuna.
And tuna. I like the tuna. They really
They love it. Oh, sardines. I get them
Sardines.
sardines one day. Oh my
I don't
gosh.
think I could do sardines, but I'll do the tuna.
Yeah, they love both.
I have to do it outside though, because Ron's like, "Oh God, what
Set
is
the
that?"
whole house.
And try cooking the eggs with the tuna, and I'm like, "Oh, don't do that again."
no.
I smelled that for a week.
Yes, I hard boil the eggs. I take about 36 eggs, hard boil it, and then I put them in an aluminum pan and I smash them all. And then I'll take like 6 cans of tuna and mix the tuna in, and I'll put some red pepper flakes on it, some garlic and oregano,
Yeah.
and then I'll mix it all up. I mean, it almost looks like an egg salad. By the time I'm done with their tuna salad, and I take it out, and they just devour that.
Oh my gosh, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good for them. I mean,
It is. It
I
gets
mix
those vitamins, vitamin E and selenium. Silkies all need that.
I don't cook the eggs.
Oh no, but don't they eat their eggs once they get a taste of the raw eggs? No.
No, I do I'll get a big bowl because I have to do it outside. A
Mm-hmm.
big bowl, crack the eggs, and then put some tuna in there, and I put crumble. Their
Mm-hmm.
crumble, mix some of the
Oh, so
crumble,
it absorbs.
so it absorbs some of the egg, and then I put some of the wheat germ oil in there,
Mm-hmm.
get all that in there, and then I feed it to them, and there's nothing left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to make sure, because I go back and make sure, because I don't want that egg sitting there like,
Right,
a
right.
day or two or something like that. But
Mhm.
yeah, so that's the only, I mean, if I cook the eggs, I probably wouldn't have to do,
Right.
but
Well, I always cook mine, but it's good either way.
yes.
But I do that weekly. Try to do that weekly. I probably do it 3 times a month. There's probably 1 week that we're busy and it's hectic and it
Yeah.
doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But
That's
that
good
keeps
for 'em.
them, raring to go.
Mm-hmm.
And you always want them to have their best vitamins and be their healthiest, because if they do get a little respiratory issue, you want to be sure that they can fight that off.
Right.
They're not weak to start out with, because some silkies don't eat. They just stop eating. for some reason. Those
Yes.
ones like Brenda was talking about, the little ones in the corner. So the first thing I do with those is I trim their
Mhm.
eyes because you want to make sure they can see. They can see where the food
Yeah.
is, where the water is. And then I put extra feeders, like
I
if they're in a
usually know.
cage, that way, if one is being bossy, then you can go
Mhm.
to the other feeder.
So I've got my little grow out. I've got a really big of those rubber bowls, all of those rubber bowls that you get at TSC.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got one over there, and I've got another one that's not as big over here. And then even so, I've got like little cups that are on along the along the wire, and I set the cups, and I'll fill the cups up because that's the number one thing I think is that once they stop eating, they don't stop eating by choice. They get bullied
Mm-hmm.
to where they can't eat, and then they get weak, and then they stumble, and they're all over the place, and you know, yeah, it's not good.
No, you always want to catch that early. It's always good to lay eyes on your birds every single day, at least one time a day if possible. Now, I like 2 times a day. Sometimes I don't get that. If I don't get that morning check, then I worry all day. Do they have water? Did someone knock
Well,
over their water?
well, Ron goes out and waters,
Mm.
and he's pretty good about catching somebody. Like if somebody's over in the corner and he's like, that one over there is not acting that, yeah,
Good job, Ron.
yeah, he's pretty good about it. And I've got one in a cage, and she acts broody. I'm like, how like when you go to, like touch her back, her butt feathers come up.
Oh, yeah.
Like she sounds like a cat. And it's like, well, she broody, or is she coming down with something? You know what I mean? Like you don't want to treat unless you have to, but then it may be too late.
Right.
You know?
Well, and that's with antibiotics. I use Endocox as preventative. If one starts going down like that, I'll treat with Endocox because Endocox is easy on the Silkie system, unlike that Corid. So that's like a first line.
Never used that stuff.
I used it years ago, and it's very hard on them. Very hard.
And the only way I think I would use that is like if I had like an outbreak, like I had birds dying left and right or something like that, then I would probably use it. But
right. And then when you use that, you always have to replenish with vitamins.
Yeah. So, okay. So,
we got the treats.
Got the treats.
We've got the Silky Care.
Silkies or birds or chickens can't see at night. So that is why they go in when it starts to get dark, and they go in and they get on their roost way before it's dark. You're like, what are you doing up there? You still got an hour of light. First of all, it's the pecking order. Whoever gets up there first
is the top dog.
And if there's somebody that is the top dog and you're in their spot, they'll come in and they'll push you off the perch, the roost.
Oh yeah, attitude. So I hate to be low on the pecking order in the coop. You kind of feel bad for them, but
I know I've got a little Silky mix that I did when I first started hatching, and she's a little gray, and she's a itty bitty, and she is with the layers just because that's where she's always been. And she is a little bit. She used to be on that low pecking order. She'd have nothing up here because everybody's got their stuff, pulled out, but now she's getting up there. She's gonna be top dog here in a minute.
She got nice and strong, got her groove back.
But I mean, it's you want those strong ones. You want the strong ones that survive because in your flock, because you want those genetics.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, she's so little. She's so little. And then I've got this great big ass rooster.
Oh no.
I'm like,
is he gonna crush her? No.
I mean, he's huge. He was supposed to be a girl. I bought it from Myers, or not Myers, the one that goes to Farm and Fleet. the one that does through Farm and Fleet. I wanted to add to my layers because, some of them had, gotten sick and died and whatever.
Mhm.
And they were supposed to be all girls. I had 2 boys.
2 boys. Oopsie.
And they're
Oopsie.
they are the gold laced wine dots. And
Oh.
I don't know if you know anything about wine dots, but
Mm-mm.
they are big and meaty and heavy. I mean, they're like a small dog.
Oh, wow.
I mean, when you come up, you'll have to check
Oh.
that one out. So can you imagine? I mean, that's the girls,
Mm.
But anyway, so we're getting off topic, but we always do.
Never. Circle back. We're back.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, no worries. So you want the healthiest environment for your
Yes.
silkies. If you're outside, if you're an outside coop, you always want to have that hardware cloth that extends at least a foot away from your coop to avoid those digging predators. What last year I probably rehomed 10 or 11 skunks to our local beach there in Marshall County, Kentucky. But they were not there to kill my birds. Predators, anything that threatens my birds must go.
Yeah.
So be sure you have that extra protection because raccoons will dig, possums will dig. And if you have the hardware cloth, it needs to be the small quarter-inch spacing, not the big gaps. You may think, oh, a half-inch gap or an inch gap. Oh, that nothing will get that. Yes, they will.
Yep.
Let me tell you from experience.
A weasel? Is it a weasel?
A weasel. Oh no, it was a possum. A possum got my first good black boy, big boy. And he was in just a regular cage to the side and with a girl, a beautiful dominant white satin frizzle showgirl with dark skin, cotton Q-tip. And the weasel or the possum got both of them. They actually reached in the cage,
And
grabbed
pulled them
the neck and pulled all the feathers off of his neck and half of his comb. You could see his brain. It was just awful. So I set live traps and I got that possum.
Hey, I ordered my mouse traps last night.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Very good. Mice.
Mice are horrible.
Mice are my current issue with the spring. They're all having babies and they're going everywhere with the warmth and they're starting to burrow under my big chicken coop. So that can't be because
No.
they carry
Diseases.
They bite your birds. They die and then the birds eat them and then the birds get sick. I mean, it's just not okay. And then they eat your feed.
Your little chicken tender. My husband goes in there and one runs across. He opens the door. He opens up the door and I'm like, oh, I'm glad that was you because I would have died.
Yes. So I have found like these square metal traps where they go in. We'll put the link in the comments. They go in and they can't get out. And there's a window in the front and so their other mice peaks go in there to see them and then they end up getting in there. I probably disposed of almost 30 mice the other day and the first night of those traps. The little peanut butter in there.
Yeah, I might have to buy another set.
I'm thinking about getting another set just to.
My daughter needs that too. Because I mean, if you live out in the middle of a field like we do, you're gonna have mice
everywhere, and they'll eat your feed.
Yep.
And I'm not paying to feed mice.
No.
Well, so they have to go.
I have a grandpa feeder. You've seen it, didn't you? Okay, so when they step on it, the lid raises, they eat, and they get off. It closes. It's supposed to keep the mice out. It's worked really well, But
I don't know if our silkies. Do you have that in your silkies or in your layers?
I have it in my layers, but they can do it too.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that with them being a bantam size, being so light.
Yeah, it's a learning curve. You have to teach them. How to get up there. It tells you. It's the grandpa feeders I love it. But and then I have those one feeders that you pour the feed in the top and it has the 3 holes.
Mm-hmm.
Have those, which mice can get in there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about getting one for my layout, my grow outs. Maybe that would help with the
It helps. We
Yeah.
went to the buckets on our bigger breeding pens, and it does save food.
yeah.
It's just getting it to the right height and making sure everyone knows to go get it, and they
Right.
can fit in there with their big old poop.
Yeah. So
It's funny you could tell when they use it because their poop's so.
oh.
I always try to put some on the ground, just in case.
That's so sweet. They're so cute. I
They're
can't help it.
Spoiled rotten. They
Yes.
are. But again, keeping them healthy, you want to keep them dry. They do not like to be wet. When they're wet, they look like a rat.
Mhm.
A wet
And they
rat.
could get cold, a cold
Yes,
respiratory problems.
respiratory with the temperature changes. They're really particular about that.
Your coop should be draft free, like in the winter
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, but you also need ventilation, like so it's kind of like it's like, okay, I need to stay away from drafts, but I need ventilation because it all needs ventilating.
Because of that ammonia smell from all that poop.
Yes.
Poop. I mean, what I've heard recommended for how to tell when it's time to clean your coop. You go out to your coop and you bend over and you about 2 inches from the ground and take a big whiff. And if it smells like ammonia, that's what your chickens are breathing.
I'm gonna say it, right? You're sniffing poop.
Sniffing. I'm a poop sniffer.
You are a poop
I'm a
sniffer.
poop watcher and a
Yeah,
poop sniffer. I want my babies to stay alive. I watch their poop because they can't talk to me. That's how they talk to me, is through their poop. Yes. Your poop, the silky poop will tell you.
You will be watching poop.
You will. Because you want the poop to be nice and firm. And did you know chickens don't pee?
Right.
That's not pee.
Mhm.
Nope. They just
Yep.
get it all out.
It's the white stuff on the poop is their pee.
See, she watches poop.
I do watch poop. Actually, I do like microscope poop.
I don't go that far yet, but it may be in the books.
But it costs you $50 at my vet. It cost me $50 to take a poop sample in for them to see if my chickens have worms. And it's like, but a lot of people just go ahead and pre-treat.
I treat in spring and I treat in fall.
Yeah. So I mean, depends on what you're thinking. My thinking, it has nothing to do, what she does, because that's what we do, is like we banter back and forth. Well, I do this. Well, you do that. Well, I don't know if I would want to treat for worms if they didn't have worms, because then the worms will get resistant. And I know you alternate your medicines and stuff like that, but I don't know. There's a lot of people that do preventative. I do.
She's still thinking about poop. Doo-doo.
I don't even remember what I was gonna do.
Doo-doo. We're talking about preventative treatment.
I do.
What you do.
That's what I do. I do. I know. I do prevented mite treatment. I do that, because once you get mites, it's hard to get rid of them. I mean, they're something.
They are.
They're like one of the hardest things to get rid. I mean, in my opinion, once you have them, it's like they're in your walls, they're in your roofs, they're on your floors, they're on your chickens, and that is the fastest way for your coop, for your flock, to go downhill.
because they eat
Yeah.
your birds.
Yes,
Suck their blood.
they suck everything out of them. They suck all their their vitamins and stuff and Silkie seems to be like a vitamin deficiency kind of bird anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They're not supposed to be, but I mean, it just seems like
It's hard maintaining all that fluff.
it is. It's so pretty though.
Oh yes.
I love my puppies.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see here. Yep, keep your coop dry.
I've heard people not using any type of bedding, just letting them be on the dirt, and that has solved the mite problem for them. But they also use that Exult too as preventative, so that helps.
Yeah.
Um,
So is the Exult, is that the mite stuff or is that
that's the mite. That's
okay.
that bottle that costs, several $100s.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
no.
And you treat it in the water, and then you treat it again 7 days later.
So
for the
the
babies.
one that I use, what is it called?
Provecto.
Provecto. So that's not water soluble,
Mm-hmm.
but the Exalt is, right? Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
All right, but with water soluble medicines, any of them, I mean, how do you know how much a bird gets? I mean, one bird might drink more than the other. You know what I mean? I mean, I have questions. And I've been doing this for years and I still have questions.
It's a learning process. It is.
Okay.
Just be careful who you ask for answers, because not all are practicing the same things.
Right. Well, we all got our own ways of doing stuff. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, that's everyday life stuff.
Right.
So,
right.
I come on here and I don't claim to know everything.
No, we just want to share the little bit
that we do know
of information we do to help you.
So, yes. So, I don't want to cause anybody to be like, well, I watched their podcast, but I'm not even sure I took anything out of it.
Oh no, I'm sure they've got something, because we talked about the treats,
and not to give your chicken
alcohol. That's the main thing. I mean,
or chocolate
or fermented berries. So
chocolate. I might have to do that though, because I might have to give them a little something.
A little something, because you want to see it.
So
there's probably some video, I'm sure, on TikTok or YouTube. Oh. But if you have any questions about Silkie care or your birds, leave it in the comments and we will try to tell you our recommendations. Because again, we're not telling you what to do. We're telling you what we do. And we hope that helps you in some way, because there's not a lot of information out there about silkies, and we want people to know how to care for these birds so they stay around for years, because silkies can live 10, 12 years.
You see Red Barn, their silkie is like 12, 13 years old.
Lisa at Bellinera has several 10 and 11-year-old silkies.
That is awesome.
It is. I mean, my oldest silkie on my farm is Loud House, and she is almost 5. And she is a fluffy little girl, and she had frostbite, so she has little nubs for her thing, but she is just the sweetest little thing, and she just
I think my oldest one's about 6.
6, yeah.
My 6. That's the one I started with from the hatchery.
Oh,
I know it. We all start somewhere.
Yes, we do.
Don't let anybody tell you. I had a friend of mine. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get these silkies," and I'm like, "What silkies?" And I'm looking at them. I'm like, "I want some silkies."
Oh, they're fluffy.
Yeah, I got my first shipment in, and most of them were roosters, and had to rehome them, which was fine. And I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3 of my girls still. of my original.
Wow. What colors were they?
So one's black, one's a splash, and one's a buff. It's the only buff I have.
Wow.
And Ron's like, I love that color.
What are you doing with her? She
Um,
just in the grow out pen.
They're in with out by my layers. They're in with
Oh.
my calico. My calico rooster I got from Bellinera.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep, you're buff.
Mhm.
So you are using her.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
see that.
I try not to hatch too many of those because I will keep them all. Because they're pretty. They're pretty cool.
They are. They're
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
Grow up. Because
Yeah.
they totally change.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, one's like because I got a red pile girl in there too that I got from Bellinera. And one chick was just the splitting image of her. And I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, can I keep this one? And I had 3 of them and I was gonna keep them.
Mhm.
And somebody comes up and says, hey, do you have any calico? And I'm like, yeah.
Tell it you can make more.
I know. I was like,
Make
yeah.
more.
Yes, I do. Okay, so here, take them.
The chicks are easy for me to part with, except my paints, of course. It's just like, oh, no attachment. Now, once they start getting feathers, and I see those satin frizzles, they're mine.
Oh, the calicos were like 3 months old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were older.
Oh, so they
Yeah, because I was keeping them. I was keeping them. And Ron's like, do you really want to keep them? I'm like, well, I think my calico rooster deserves a couple more younger hens, kind of give him a little spice in his spice.
Oh, take care of the boy.
Yes.
Take care of the boy.
That's right. So, yeah.
So I think that pretty much covers everything. Like I said, be sure to set the notification so you get notice of our next video when it comes out. And be sure to like and subscribe this video. Thanks for listening.
See you later.
Bye.
Please like and subscribe and tell your friends.